Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our AEW Rampage review show.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of Generation of Wrestling Podcast. As always, is yours truly, the 28-year-old piece of gold, the franchise, aka the showstopper, better known as the GOW's Wrestling Tribal Chief. And with me, as always, again, my tag team partner, my brother, my family. He is the flyest in the room, Mr. 1, 2, 3. Pin that ass down, K Breezy, aka EC's Wrestling Isaac Hayes, and the host of all things AEW, King Two Code in the building, bro. What's going on?
Man, what's good? What's good, man? Let's kick this thing off, man. So Tony Khan had the debacle of the women's main event on Dynamite, and boy, did he hear it! He heard it from a lot of people, man. It was bad. It was bad. So to make up for it, man, what did Tony do? Tony said, "Yo, this is what we're gonna do. Friday, 5:30. Women gonna start it. We got Jamie Hayter, Britt Baker going up against Ruby Soho and Tony Storm. We gonna give these women about what it was about 20, about 15, almost 20, 25 minutes. It was a nice long lengthy match.
What up, Leo?
And they got to work a nice little match as Jay Lethal just picked up the victory. We're gonna get into that a little later. Not a bad match, man. Not a bad tag team match. The women definitely got a lot of time to work with and to make something out of it. Wish they would do this more often. With not all of them deserve this. Now, don't get me wrong, not all of them are as good, but when you got this caliber, at least 4 good women in the ring like this, you definitely got to give them their time. And you got to give them their build. Other than that, man, franchise man, what did you think, man?
I mean, yeah, as far as the main event for the Ring of Honor Women's Championship, I said that though. I said that match. I mean, dude, you hype. First of all, you got Deanna Purrazzo, who has never wrestled on AEW, one of the best wrestlers in the world, dual champion, and she's going up against Mercedes Martinez, who's a fucking OG in the game, and you hyped it so crazy, and then you gave us that terrible ass runtime of a main event. Absolutely. I agree with the fans. But yeah, like you said, today we started out with the women starting off, which is cool. Decent little tag team match. It was nice to see Ruby Soho back in action. It's cool to see Tony Storm back in action. I was really surprised that Britt Baker though. We were just talking about Britt a little bit ago. I'm surprised that she ate the pin. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I was surprised with that one. I was surprised with that one.
Different.
I thought that would be Jamie for sure.
Yeah, but hey, Britt ate the pin. Good match so far. Good way to start off the show because the rest of the show wasn't all that.
Yeah, not a bad way to start the show. Like I said, good way to get the women their much due deserved time that they most definitely deserve to have. Then we got as this match ended, man, you know what? This is the little things that make me just love Eddie Kingston more and more. So we're looking at the commentators table, and Jericho is there, and Excalibur's like, "Yo, we got a phone call, and it's for Jericho." And then Eddie Kingston just get to going in, man, and he gets to tell them, what happened when he walked in the door and his wife saw him, and she started crying because of the look on his face. And I was like, okay, you're giving me something like that, like, dude, you better look hideous when I see you. Like, I don't know whenever I see you, but I know when we see you, you better look hideous. Don't Randy Orton me. I have a feeling this is gonna be a Randy Orton type of thing, but I just like the fact of them having him call Jericho and talk shit to Jericho, and Jericho's laughing like, yeah, laugh it up, buddy, laugh it up. But then you see Jericho's face change as Eddie continued to talk. I just like that. What did you think, man?
No, that was good. Leo says no eyebrows.
Right.
Man, no, it was cool. That was a nice little touch. It was a little different. I can't recall the last time I watched a wrestling show where somebody phoned a friend.
Right on the show.
So that was cool to see. And yeah, man, hey, Eddie Kingston, man, he is the king of the passionate promo. My only thing is what type of gimmick match, what type of stipulation are we gonna be in? Because Chris Jericho seems to find himself in a lot of them these days.
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's gonna be crazy for Double or Nothing. So but moving on, man. Tony Nese cuts a promo Let's basically just letting him know he's tired of being overlooked. He's tired of other people coming in and getting opportunity when he's better than them, and he's going to give someone their first loss, and it's going to crush the soul of the fans. And once they continue to kind of delay who they were going to talk about, I'm like, it's not Hook, it's probably Danhausen. They're gonna end up doing it with
Mhm.
Danhausen. What's going on, Kevin? And it ended up being Danhausen. So we're gonna get Tony Nese versus Danhausen. They haven't made it official, but I think Danhausen
Right.
accepted it. And then we'll see where that goes from there. After that, we get Hook versus TD Drake, and
Yeah,
it wasn't.
JD.
I mean, J. What I say, JD Drake.
You know our boy TD Jakes.
TJ, right? TD Jakes, man, right? Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that's
that
all
day,
me.
that did just kind of flow out like just too easy. Uh, it it had a nice couple of spots.
Mm,
It seemed
come on,
to,
come on.
yeah, it was too walky, man. It was too
Yeah.
predictable.
Hmm.
I understand what you're trying to do with Hook, but if this is a veteran like he is, that should have been that should have been a little different. It should have been a little more closer together. Hook shouldn't have been able to do as much. He should have struggled a little bit more. I ain't gonna lie, he should have struggled a little bit. He still could have looked dominant, but he could have struggled a little bit more. So I wasn't that impressed with it. Nice few spots he hit, but I wasn't that impressed with it. Then we got Danhausen coming out to ask Hook to be in his corner. And then he also had a present for Hook, but he shouldn't have touched Hook. Hook don't like to be touched. And he
Yeah.
pushes him down, and then Hook just puts a bag of chips with a bow on it in the ring. And Hook picks it up and he's like, man, I can't be no softy, man. He leaves it in the ring and walks away. Franchise, give me your thoughts on all of it, man.
All right, so dude, I'm a huge fan of Hook. I love the presentation. I love the game. I love it all, right?
Right,
But
right, right.
man, dude, it's like I understand you trying to put my boy over. He's already over. He's over like Rover. I get it. But bro, you gotta make it seem like this guy got some type of competition. My thing is, Hook ain't 6'5", 245 pounds of solid steel and diesel. Like my boy ain't just walking through brick buildings. You feel me? So it's like,
Right,
with certain
right,
people, like if you put Hook up against what's the dude, Fuego, or a Hook and a Sammy, or a Hook and a Darby, somebody smaller or more his size, a Hook and a Jungle Boy. All right, you want to have him have little quick submissions like this? That's cool. But the fact that JD Drake is what, man, probably about 2 times your size, and
right, right, right,
you got
right.
him to tap out from a rear naked choke in less than 3 seconds. Like, come on, man. Like, I need a little more believability with that. Like, at least hold my dude on the ground for a nice solid 15, 20 seconds. Like, make it seem like dude, really can't get out of there. But other than that, the I'm curious to see where this leads with Hook and Danhausen though, because at first I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't care about the whole Hookhausen thing, but
I
now
didn't
it's like
either.
you're starting to see the character development in Hook, because for a while Hook kind of came out like Big E back when he was teamed up with Dolph Ziggler, just all steel faced and no charisma, and now it's like, all right, now you're starting to kind of see different layers of Hook. It's kind of like you see Hook still want to be like that asshole, but I think Hook gonna be like that in betweener. Like, I don't think he's gonna be necessarily a heel. I think he's gonna be kind of like, not skill wise like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, but not Stone Cold. Like, he did shit
Right.
that should have been like, you should have got booed for, but because of Stone Cold, you liked it.
I got it for you, man. I got it for you.
Cool.
It
Talk to me.
reminds you. It has elements of Rock and Sock.
That
That
is
that's
exactly
what it
that
is.
is
It has that
exactly
elements of Danhausen kind of being that goofy kind of mankind was kind of like how mankind was trying to soften up to the Rock and get the Rock to be cool with him. But the Rock, of course, is a different type of character. But it's
yeah,
still that same element where you have Danhausen, you know, kind of just off the wall, kind of goofy kind of guy, trying to warm up to this new guy Hook, right? And Hook, and Hook's demeanor is so tough that it just you kind of buy into it. It's like that. It's that odd couple kind of pairing. Like it works. That odd couple, when it's the right type of odd couple, it really does work. So, but it has
yeah,
that Mick Foley man. It has that kind of man kind of rock early. early vibes of when they were, before they really became cool and became a tag team. When
Or
Mankind
like
was
when
really
the
trying to
team
get the
told
Rock
us
to
after
work
that.
over with him. Right, right.
Yeah.
He's trying to, come on, man. We could do this, man. Rock and Sock, and he just ignoring this dude. He ain't paying him no attention. He walking away from him, man. He's dogging him. He's talking shit, but Mankind just won't stop. Danhausen is doing the same type of thing. He just won't
Yeah.
stop, and Hook just keeps, nah, I'm not giving in to it. Eventually, I don't expect Danhausen to come out looking like Ricky Start Point 2.0, but but I could definitely see the Hook housing. I could see it being a different dynamic. I could see Hook doing all the doing no talking, but looking at it's almost kind of like, and you also kind of look at it kind of like the Randy Orton Riddle kind of vibe. And I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, that's just a
Yeah.
cop," but it wrestling copies each other, man. It is what it is. But it has that same beginning element of just the annoyance of an annoying person that's a kind of a badass that you really just don't see them being the lovable, friendly kind of guy.
Right, right.
All right, man. So after that, man, we got FTR cut a promo, and hey, my boy Dax let it be known, man. He gonna bring that goon out for Adam Cole. He respects Adam Cole as a wrestler, but he don't respect him as a man. So we gonna see what that looks like next week. Of course, then we got Sasaki. Did I say that right? So Sakazaki Waki. I probably butchered it even
What
worse
the
saying it like that. Uh,
fuck?
we got Sakazi. I don't know, man. Against Rio. Okay,
Yeah,
I
Sakazaki.
butchered the name. I'm sorry. My Japanese is terrible. I apologize. I tried. Uh, but it was a nice little back and forth match. Again, another women's match that got a little bit of time. See, for this match, now I didn't have a problem with this match with Rio because I felt she was in there with somebody that she can look competitive with. And sometimes that's my issue when it's with Rio is her being in there with somebody that she can look competitive. Was it a better match than the first match? No, but it was okay. It had a slow, but it kind of picked up at the end. And then of course we had Sean Spears. He cut a promo. I guess he's going to face Warlow next, or he's going to go after Warlow next soon. Then of course we got the top team promo. Ethan Page. I can see a Ethan. I don't know. After I'm gonna just kind of
I
go to the short
told
version of this.
you. Yeah.
I can see a Ethan Page, especially with Scorpio Sky wanting to be this more respectable champion. Uh, I can see the seeds being planted for them to turn on Sky,
Mm.
and it'll be Lambert and Ethan Page.
I can
But
see
we
that.
got Cass. But we're gonna get Cass versus Sky next week for the TNT Championship. I'm definitely gonna. I expect to see a good match out of that. I know them too. I like Cass. Seen them for years. Definitely an Impact. Now Scorpio Sky, became a fan of them because of AEW. So
Yeah.
definitely interested in seeing that. Uh, before we talk about the main event, man, anything on FTR on down to the top team?
I mean, my thing is this, bro. FTR, they are officially good guys, top guys, but good guys. And then
That
we
the
got
good top
Scorpio.
guys. That's what it is.
Yeah. And then Scorpio Sky seemed like he's turning that corner, man. Scorpio Sky seemed like he tired of the bullshit, man. He tired of the shenanigans. Scorpio Sky says, hey, Dan. First of all, I like how he lightweight threw some shade at Dan too when he's talking about the belt. He's like, hey, bro, first of
And
all,
that's what makes me think
yeah.
they're gonna turn on
I'm
him.
gonna need you to come up off that. I'm gonna need you to come up off that. That need to be in the trophy case where it's supposed to be. We let you slide, but yeah, man, put that shit up. And then I like how Ethan Page is like, hey man, what was the group they was part of? Oh my god, I can't think of it no more. Oh my
Uh,
god.
top team.
Uh
Oh,
no.
SCU.
Scorpio Sky and
SCU.
yeah, he
SCU.
like SCU was over with. And he started like blowing down the SCU, and then Scorpio Sky had to step in like, hold on, wait,
Right.
my guy,
Right.
promise you, I got you. So I liked how Lambert and Paige is trying to like downplay Scorpio Sky, like, nah, bro, it's still my dude. Like, I fuck what we got going. That's still the homie. Like, that's still, bro.
Right.
Hey, bro,
Right.
got you. I'm a fighting champion. And then when he had that little shout out Ty Conti, I'm like, all right, man, just the childish shit. You like, I'm like, all right, okay, all right. So, all right, cool. We doing that. Take a shot. Pew. Put it back in the holster. But
Right.
nah, it was cool. And it was one more thing you said after that. I kind of got sidetracked. What was the last thing you said?
It was just the Sean Spears promo about Warlow, and then of course the
Bro,
Rio match.
I'm gonna be honest. I've been giving up on Sean Spears, man. Unless they do something drastic with his character in AEW, I'm not. I don't believe anything he says. He's a great wrestler.
Mhm.
I thought it was WWE, but then I just realized maybe they just don't know how to book Sean Spears. Period. Maybe that's just what it is. I don't know.
I don't know either, but all right, man. Then we got Jay Lethal going up against Takashita. I would say take shit up, but that's not his name.
Take a
Was it
shit up.
Tashika, Tashada? I don't know. I'm just butchering it today. But they had a nice little back and forth main event match. I thought he might pick up the victory, man, but Jay Lethal, he got a win on Rampage. Haven't seen him pick up a singles victory on TV, so that was actually pretty good to see him get that. But it was a
Yeah.
damn good match. I definitely like what I saw from Tashada. That's gonna be his name for my show. I definitely like what I saw from him. Young kid, international, New Japan. He definitely got that fight in him. Want to see more of him. Definitely want to see more of him. And then of course, the rest of the crew came in. They jumped on him. Then Best Friends came out. Then Orange Cassidy acted like he was gonna do something, but he didn't. Then Samoa Joe came down. Then the security came out, and that was the end of the show. Not a bad show. I say it was about a mid show. They got a pay-per-view coming up. Tony Khan he's gonna go through with the tournament. I think the tournament is gonna be the highlight of everything going forward. Because they're starting to do the qualifying rounds and stuff like that. Which is gonna lead up to the pay-per-view, which I'm fine with. Um, so I think that's what he's saving this Rampage for. Plus, it was an early Rampage, and all that. Even though they recorded it, but uh, yeah, it was. I'll give it a mid show. I'll give it a 3. Just on the humble, wasn't a bad show. Definitely furthered a few things. What you think, man?
I think a 3 is serviceable. I think
Yeah,
3 out of
yeah, it's
5.
serviceable.
My calculations is correct. I believe that's 60% maybe. So yeah, I give it. Like that's cool.
Yeah. It was decent enough. For an hour. For an hour, it's like I don't want to give it a 2 for an hour show. It's an hour. It's like, dude, any wrestling show that's an hour is a win. It's like that's an
Yeah,
automatic point victory. And it's like I'm just gonna add 2 more to it and just
except
give it
for
a
like
3.
main event. That shit.
Oh, well, right. Well, when you got a show, you actually put the main stars on. That gets an
Yeah,
automatic
yeah.
win. You don't put the main stars on main event. You see Roman Reigns show up on main event, then you got something. But until then, no. We see Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole and all the big stars. They defend their championships and all that on Rampage. So that's an automatic win for me in my book. And then I like I said, I'm gonna give it 2 more just for the show itself. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back in a couple of hours because Rampage came on early. Uh, we'll come on for about around the main event time for SmackDown, and we'll go through that. We'll see what little changes they may have added to the pay per view or not. Yeah, and then we'll go from there, man. Unless franchise got something else to say, man, let's get the hell out of here.
Well, no. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for tuning in to another episode of the GOW, the Generation Wrestling Podcast. And like my man said, man, I'm the 28-year-old PC Gold. He's too cold, and we'll tap in with you in a minute. Peace.